Shalom, Israel. It's your brother New Breed coming through with another live stream. As you enter the chat, make sure you mash that thumbs up button on your way in. I got a very informative topic for y'all today. Is it me, or people are on the verge of losing their mind right now? It's like as the days go by, I'm becoming more and more and more introverted. Seriously. The mechanism have been put in place. There has been a spell that has been casted on the masses of people after the infamous Will Smith, Chris Rock fiasco. Yes, indeed. The magic of Hollywood is very, very real. And it's having an immense effect on the people. You know, I was looking at something very interesting, just to show you how this system always sets up the perfect storm. I was looking at a video in which there was a matador, and this matador was showing how they train the bulls. And apparently, over 60 years ago, they have technology that implants in the brain of the bull, and it can cause aggression, or it can cause that bull to be calm, cool, and collected. And it's all connected to nanotechnology. Follow me now. I don't want to go over y'all's head, right? We getting somewhere here. We're going to piece this puzzle together. So they have this technology that they can control a person's emotions. They can literally make a person rage out from the flip of a switch. And I think about this scenario that took place and how Will Smith had a sudden change of emotion. And they also tested this technology on cats in modern day. It is also used through neural links and nanotechnology. And it works. It can make an animal turn violent, that's for sure. It's been tested and approved. And I was looking at this and I was like, wow. I couldn't wrap my mind around how somebody can have such a change of emotions to go from smiling to go to imminent rage and visceral, and just it was amazing to me. And I said to myself, that same technology is flowing through the veins of the masses of people as we speak. And I'm talking about the you know what. That same nanotechnology, those same neural links are flowing through the veins of the people. And what they seen live on that stage, it triggered the mechanism. Now you see why they want to defund the police. They have created a perfect storm. It has caused a lot of people to believe that they can attack someone with bodily harm, that they can pretty much take the law into their own hands, and there will be no repercussions and consequences. There has been an immense spell that has been casted through the witchcraft and sorcery of Hollywood. And I know a lot of people are like, well, Breed, are you saying that the event is staged? It looks like that your Hollywood actors, they've already taken the mark of the beast. They've already taken Satan's technology. It's flowing through them. The Masons on a higher echelage have already been inseminated with the beast. It's in them. It's flowing through their veins. They have sold their souls for filthy lucre's sake. They have sold their souls to Satan. And what's happening is the mass majority are falling for the spell. People are losing their entire minds out here. We looking at Zombie Land 3.0. Yep, somebody said the whole world been a stage. Real talk. Somebody said we living in the last days. That's real talk. And what happened on that stage, it really set up a domino effect. It set up a domino effect. You got a lot of women out here that got a battery in their back now. They're operating in their sorcery and their witchcraft, the same sorcery and magic that Jada Pinkett has. Oh yes, best believe. A lot of women, a lot of witches, they're impressed by the magic that Jada Pinkett has over Will Smith. Oh, they envy it. Oh, they want to be higher level witches now. Now they're coming right out with it. They're being forthcoming with their witchcraft. You're about to see a lot of witches rise up on social media because they see the blueprint. They see the blueprint, and there's going to be a lot of bodies dropping behind the sorcery and magic of a lot of these women. And that's why I tell brothers all the time, you need to know what a woman is into. You need to know what a woman is into. Listen, your worst enemy, a lot of the times is the person that's right next to you. Right next to you. And you won't find out how much secret animosity and hatred they really have for you until that mechanism gets flipped. You're living in dangerous times. We on dangerous grounds right now. Somebody said the Oscars is a modern representation of Osiris. Egypt never left. We're still here. Exactly. Y'all got to understand these award shows are giving reverence to deities. Giving reverences. The Oscar himself is Osiris. The actual award is Osiris. It's demonic. It's satanic. These are rituals that's being conducted on a global scale. And it worked. Let me tell you, brother, something. During that award show, when Will Smith got on that stage and he gave his acceptance speech, he brung up Denzel Washington and how Denzel Washington said that when you're at your highest points, that's when the enemy comes to destroy you. When you're at your highest moments of glory. Will Smith didn't know that Denzel Washington was playing a role of a wise omen. He was telling them some real talk. He was giving them some real information. Will took it the wrong way. He didn't receive the information properly. What Denzel Washington was telling Will Smith is that woman right there, every time you at your highest point, the person right next to you, the devil, that's the devil that comes. Not Chris Rock in that situation, but that witch right next to you. And if you look at it, every time Will Smith was producing something, every time Will Smith was excelling, every time Will Smith was coming out with a documentary or some type of transformation video, it was always the devil in the red dress right there to tear him down. And you brothers got to ask yourself, in your everyday life, do you have a woman that's in your life every time you're about to reach new heights? Every time you're about to reach a certain level of success, every time you feel accomplished, every time you are succeeding, is it the one right next to you that seem to come out of the woodworks with something that's a distraction? Is it a constant backtrack? A lot of you brothers got to really look at that, because it's too dangerous right now to stay in relationships like that. It's too dangerous for that. The Most High God is separating the wheat from the tare. Some of these women in your lives are going to cost you your life. Somebody said the landlord is making me carry anger. He keeps messing around, turning and unannounced for rent. That's not do. Yeah, you know those people do things to trigger you. But you got to be very sovereign in your mind. You got to find that time for yourself to really reflect and don't allow these outside energies to intrude on you, because there's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot of people out there who are losing their minds because they got the devil flowing through their veins. They got the devil flowing through their veins. Separation is definitely needed at this point in time. And you know what the crazy part is? I was watching this interesting video. It was Martin Lawrence telling a joke about MC Lyte, and I believe it was to one of the members of Naughty by Nature, and he was just straight up disrespectful, but it was all fun and games, and it was all in jokes. I mean, he was talking about how, you know, he been with MC Lyte. He was telling the guy who had a tattoo of MC Lyte on his chest, and I believe it was a member from Naughty by Nature. And Martin Lawrence told that joke, and guess what? The guy laughed. He basically like, yo, I was with your wife before you got her. And the guy just laughed, because at some point in time, comedians were off limits. You couldn't just run up on no stage and hit no comedian. That's just out of the question. So what are they setting the stage for? What is the spell? They want to take us away from being lighthearted. Y'all got to understand how Satan works. He wants to take the lightheartedness from us. And that's why I started to do videos right before this whole incident happened, because the Most High is always positioning us to combat Satan. That's why I was roasting Joe Biden and all of that, because the Most High was showing me we got to be lighthearted. We got to have times where we're laughing, where we're not taking things totally to the heart, but we can deal with certain scrutiny coming from others. We gotta have that lighthearted side of us where we're not always serious, because that can make you a ticking time bomb. That can create a ticking time bomb. And let me tell you what this magic of Hollywood did. And everybody should be thumbing the video up. Everybody should be thumbing the video up. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it, sister. Not even days ago, Joe Biden got on stage and told all the United States citizens that we're about to have food shortages. Are y'all hearing me? Days prior to this event, the United States president told the mass majority, he told the United States citizens that we are about to endure famine. But the entire world is focusing on a bitch slap. You can't tell me that sleight of the hand ain't real. That's literally sleight of the hand. That's literally magic. How something so serious that we should be preparing for can just be pushed to the back of our subconscious minds. And what's promoted in the forefront of our minds is Will Smith and Chris Rock. See, there's a method to when I cover celebrity news. There's a method to it. Somebody in the chat said, I hadn't forgotten. I'm glad you hadn't. Because right now, with the battery that's been put in the masses back to act violently, along with, coupled with police defunding, they're trying to trigger the masses. How you going to have food shortages and then show a man receive an award after assaulting another man? Somebody like Will Smith. What that shows is when you Negroes begin to battle and go to war over the last can of biscuit, over the last pack of ramen noodles, there's nobody coming to arrest anybody. So really, we should be in preparation mode. Don't fall for the magic. What other message is it putting out for the people? The other message it's putting out is the only way to receive acceptance from the women that you're supposed to be leading is through violence. The only way that you're supposed to receive validation and support from your wife is through violence. Instead of leaving her alone and finding you a submissive woman that respects you just because she knows her place as a woman, so she respects you. She respects your manhood. They're telling you to fall for the Jezebel. Put yourself in an open grave. Just go to an open grave and fall into it because of these Jezebels. That's what they want for you, brothers. Yeah, violence ain't it. Let me tell you something. For all you people who are losing your minds believing that you can physically assault somebody, let me just put this message out here, because I know that the spell has been casted. I know that the mechanism have been put in place. I know that the mind control is real, and the MK Ultra is not only working on these Hollywood actors, but the MK Ultra mind control Project Monarch program is working on the public. It's working on the general public because they operate in sleight in the hand. A lot of people are under hypnotism. But let me give you a real fervent message. If you run up on one of God's people, the Most High God not only blessed us with the spirit of discernment, he not only blessed us with the spirit of truth, but he also blessed us with the spirit of might and wrath. So if you muster up the courage to come for the righteous once they flip the switch on you maniacs and you psychopaths who have drunk the wine of Babylon, once you muster up that courage, I want to let it be known that you're going to come up short. It's not going to work out so well for you. On top of that, if you believe that you can savagely attack somebody verbally because you are now prone to violence, you are now prone to violence. So everything that proceedeth out of your mouth is the intentions of your heart. A lot of people's heart have turned dark. If you believe that you can viciously and vilely attack an individual and slander and defame a person's character, let me put this out here. You will be punished to the greatest extent of the law. See, we're not like those Hollywood stars who can make a whole lot of cash and get to the bag and fumble it because they still hood boogers. Nah, we're not on that. We're grateful for our many blessings. We're not going to play ghetto hood booger games with people. Not going to do that. So you're dealing with royalty when you're dealing with God's people. You're dealing with class personified. And let me get this message as well. You brothers out there, deal with women that make sense. Deal with women that make sense. Listen, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett never made sense. I don't think people understand that if Jada Pinkett did not marry Will Smith, just to show you the value of us brothers who are resourceful, let me point this out. If Jada Pinkett did not marry Will Smith, she would be below a B-list celebrity. She would be an E-list celebrity. She would not even be accepted in the same social circles that she's in. This woman played in, damn it, the woman played in Jason's Lyrics. She played in Jason's Lyrics, a low-budget hood film. She was in low-budget movies. Menace to Society was a low-budget movie. Menace to Society was not expected to be a cult classic. She was literally on a fish market, She was in the hood booger circuit. And she married Will Smith, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Brothers, this goes to show, listen. This goes to show, you gotta get, when you dealing with women, they gotta be in your range. They have to make sense. They have to make sense. Now she's getting movie roles to play in Matrix and all this. That's because you are Will Smith's wife. Y'all don't understand. Jada Pinkett, the reason why she constantly bring Tupac up is because, here's the crazy part. I seen a video where Jada was talking like she wasn't really feeling Pac like that when he was alive. She wasn't really feeling him when he was alive. She stated that on a video. She was like, they're just friends. But now, on this man's birthday and his death day, Jada Pinkett got something to say about Tupac. She could be purposely triggering this man. Y'all don't understand. She could be purposely triggering her husband. There's some evil, manipulative, Jezebel-ass women out here. Yeah, very unstable creatures. You got some women that ain't gonna love you until you're dead, which proves the point. This is how deep the hatred and venom and vileness of the modern woman. Some of these women have a love-hate relationship to the point that they would drive you insane. They would drive you to death. They would drive you to the penitentiary. And then they'll love you. They'll be the main ones crying at the funeral. I can't make this stuff up. They'll be the reason behind your death, brothers. And be at the funeral bawling out. They are demented. A lot of these sisters are ignorant. Yeah, she played in Hoodwink. I was gonna say Baps, but that was Halle Berry. She played in, what else Jada played? She played in that other hood booger movie where the girls is going on a trip, flying out. What's the name of that movie, y'all? It's the Thought movie. Yeah, she was in Nutty Professor, yeah. Low Down Dirty Shit. Girls Trip, yeah. She playing in Thought Pocket movies. See, Tupac was in a school of arts, in a school of performing arts. That's how he linked up with Jada. In Baltimore, in the slums. Will Smith is a more silver spoon man. Like, if you, listen, let me tell you something. If you from the suburbs, if you silver spoon, if you are making decent bread as a man, you got to go ahead and link up with what makes sense. Because you can take, let me tell you something, that hood boogerism will rub off on you. It'll rub off on you. Yep, somebody said, shaking my head, they have already chosen a side and people just think these people are on TV, make us laugh. Yeah, they've chosen Satan. Y'all got to understand how Masonic this whole thing is, and I don't see why everybody in here ain't thumbing the video up. Let me wait a few minutes. I'm over here delivering y'all the content. All I ask is that you thumb the video up. Somebody said, I hope this was not staged. Well, the world is a stage. From the immortal words of William Shakespeare, the whole world is a stage. I believe, from my observation and my research on some of the technology that's out right now, that they have the technology to literally trigger your favorite movie star. They have already chosen a side. They already have sold their souls to Satan. Like, these people, their DNA has been altered. They're not the same as the ordinary everyday citizens, but now they're... Everybody thumb the video up. Everybody get the notification back out. I don't know what kind of technical difficulties we just experienced, but it all goes with the territory. The YouTube app just like shut down. wouldn't let me start it back up. But anyway, look, let me say this to y'all. You got to stay safe out here. If you are in the company of people who may be harboring secret animosity towards you, I don't think we're understanding how dangerous that is. I don't think we understand how dangerous that is. Your worst enemy will be those right next to you. And now everybody's susceptible to be under the hypnosis and under the spell that Hollywood and put out. Hollywood is an actual wood that was used in Wiccan practices and paganism and ancient folklore, and it was used to create illusions. Matter of fact, when Harry Potter burns his wand, what does it do? It makes people hallucinate. When you look at the technology along with the MK Ultra mind control, they're trying to wreak havoc within our communities in particular. All the Oscar awards you've ever had, you've never seen violence there. They done turned it into Smack DVD. They done turned the Oscar awards to Smack DVD. They done turned it into the 90 Source Awards. Why do you think they're doing that? To wreak havoc in our community. To make us believe it's acceptable. And let me say this as well. What those gentlemen, what that one gentleman did, Will Smith, what he did shows the lack of respect and compassion that he actually has for his own people. It was big because that was the first Oscars that was produced by Will Packard, I believe I pronounced his name correctly, who happens to be the first melanated man to ever produce an award show as big as the Oscars. Thank you for the $10 contributions. There's much respect. Thank you for speaking truth in a world full of lies and misdirection. All praises. Appreciate it. Let's get them thumbs up to over 1,000. And everybody should be sharing this, because I'm giving you the raw and the uncut. Get them likes up to 1,000. Let's get it. Show these people that we got the retention rate over here. Yeah, it was definitely a humiliation ritual. It was very satanic and demented, demonic. Yeah, we got them likes to 1,000. That's how we do it over here. We keep it 1,000. I mean, not only did Will make us look bad as a people out here in the outside world, outside the Hollywood circles, outside of the, you know, the weirdo behavior and the casting couches and the rituals and the drug abuse and the self-medication and all those things that go on up there in Hollywood Hills. But he ruined the image of his people. And then, I mean, there are so many moments that were overshadowed. I mean, I believe Samuel L. Jackson got his first Oscar award. That was overshadowed. Everything was overshadowed by bad behavior. And our people applauded. As a whole, our people applauding this bad behavior. Somebody said, sponsored by Pfizer. Look into the new drug they are coming out with for the same illness as Jada. Wow. On top of that, the day of the Oscars was actually the anniversary, and they actually gave reference to the first melanated man to ever slap a Caucasian male on film. A lot of y'all didn't know that, just to show you that it's a ritual. Yeah, I talk about the incident because I know that the mass majority are feeding into it. Yeah, let me repeat that. And they actually brought it up during the Oscar show. It was actually the anniversary for the first melanated man to slap Sidney Poitier. Exactly. They gave commemoration to Sidney Poitier. Yeah, it's all a lie. It's all a stage. It was a ritual. It was magic. It was a spell that was actually casted. Yeah, somebody said he left. It says he left his first wife and son for Jada, messed up 2 children. Exactly. He left his first wife for the woman in red, for the honey trap. Ooh, these honey traps are dangerous. They have you simping and gimping out here in these streets. Yeah, everybody continue to run them likes up. There ain't no reason why we shouldn't get 3,000 people in every broadcast that streams over here. Because ain't nobody really dropping the science like that. There's science behind this. They're trying to show the whole world that no matter how successful, no matter how much fame and prestige that a melanated person reach, he always gonna be a nigga. A nigga. Apparently, we can't use the word that describes us. Our skin color. That's what they're trying to show us. And social media personalities who are in leadership positions, they don't make it no better. They don't make it no better. You know, we talk a lot about the image of the melanated man, and at the same time, we have control over our image. I'm talking about we have leaders that talk about the image of the melanated man and how we're being misrepresented, but then in the same tone, they're misrepresenting us. Can't make this stuff up. And you know what else this goes to show? Will Smith constantly comes with these one-liners. He seems to be full of wisdom and majesty. The man is always talking about finding your center and how to accomplish goals, and he has all this vain philosophy. All this vain philosophy, all these motivational talks, all these homonyms and all these damn, I don't know, Buddhist teachings that he come with, because a lot of it is Buddhism. Talks about all this yoga. Well, it goes to show that New Age religions don't work. You don't see no biblical men doing that. You don't see Denzel Washington do that, because Denzel Washington is in the book, in case you don't know. Y'all better watch Roman J. Israel. Look what kind of movies that man play in. Y'all better look at Roman J. Israel from Denzel Washington. Yeah. You don't see no men in the Bible going out here being irrational. You don't see it. I'm not saying that men in the Bible don't have faults, but you don't see these melanated men who are awakened to who their true identity is biblically, knowing that we the biblical Israelites. You don't see them men out here ruining the image of our people. And I'm talking about the new wave of us. We're not talking about those dudes in the streets that be cussing and going on tangents. No, we're talking about the new awakened Israel, because we the new wave, in case you didn't know. We the new wave of teachers and prophets and bishops and all of that. And we ain't like what you think we are. Somebody said, my father always keeps his head. I know. Keeps our head. I know, right? Exactly. Yeah. So that goes to show, no matter how much philosophy that man comes with, their mind is never going to be right until we tap back into who we truly are. Somebody said, I'm sorry, but as wrong as he was, you can't judge a man based on his worst day or even his best days. Who am I to judge? He is a human and he really loves Jada. And it's wrong how much he has to endure. I have no problem responding to objective opinions. Let me say this to you. First and foremost, You need to understand what judging is. The word judging means you're actually condemning somebody. I have no power to judge Will Smith. See, in biblical days, when you judge someone, you would actually stone them to death. Like Jada Pinkett being a witch, Jada Pinkett doing red table talk and talking about magic, she would actually get dragged out and she would get burnt at the stake. That's judgment. What you're hearing me do is critique bad behavior. I'm a man. I'm not going to coddle another man's bad behavior. That's the problem. Men need to know when they're wrong. See, this is a man checking another man. See, a woman can't do what I'm doing. A woman cannot, basically, because that was a female who posted that, a woman cannot correct a man. That's why we have a society full of emotionally unintelligent men who behave on feminine energy, because that's what Will was doing. He was behaving in feminine energy. So you need men these days to hold other men accountable for bad behavior, because if you leave it up to women, they're going to coddle it. That's what sisters do. They don't know how to correct a man. And you know what? That's okay. They're not designed to do that. They're not designed to correct a man. But I am. I'm a man. And if I'm displaying bad behavior, then I want to be corrected. And it may be uncomfortable for a time period. It may bother me. But that's part of my punishment as a man. If the whole world is telling me that you're wrong, then guess what? That's my judgment. That's the Most High God letting me know that I need to correct certain things. And believe this, those millionaires that's sitting up in these mansions, they don't give a damn about you. You have so much sympathy for Will Smith. Will Smith don't care about you, sis. He on a different ecology than you. You are a useless eater to Will Smith. He's been through a lot. No, Will Smith is a puppet. He was awarded for bad behavior. Awarded. They didn't take his award yet. Don't you think after days of this event taking place, his award should have been taken? I highly doubt that the Academy Awards is going to take his award. This is what happened when you sell your soul to Satan. And as much as we like Will Smith, I hate to say this, but the boy gone. Just like some of the people in your circle. As much as you love them and like them, hate to say this, but they got the devil flowing it through their veins and they're gone. They long gone. It's time that the 1/3, the righteous, the chosen, start thinking about preserving themselves. Because, it's falling. It's about time that we start thinking about leaving these so-called friends and family, that we start leaving these people that we feel that we're indebted to, those people who don't want to turn to the Creator and to the laws of God. It's about time we leave them alone. It's about time we leave them high and dry and save ourselves. One day you're going to see that what I'm saying is the God honest truth. It's going to have to come a time where we save ourselves. They're not going to change. They won't change. This man had ample opportunity to usher out a genuine apology. Why would you defend a person who gave an empty apology to Chris Rock? He didn't even have the decency to send that man a watch, send that man a gold chain, get on camera and cry like you cried on that award show. Cry like you cried on that award show to your brother that you offended. But you want to defend him. And yes, Will has been through a lot, but it wasn't by the hands of Chris Rock. It was by the hands of his wife. It's been by the hands of the woman that he's right next to. Where is the protection for Will Smith? We want to talk about he was protecting his wife. Where was his protection? When the whole world was talking about August Alsina laying heavy pipe in his wife. Did the wife step up and say, y'all stop? Y'all stop abusing my husband. Y'all stop talking about how I got piped down. Because the world would like to call it an entanglement. But what it was adultery. See, this is what happens with our women. They like to deflect. The Bible calls it straight up adultery. But you think the mainstream media gonna say this woman committed adultery? But let Will Smith would have got caught up in an entanglement. It would have been the same thing that happened to Kobe Bryant. He would have had to go on world tours explaining why he got something on the side. He would have had to been emasculated. He would have lost sponsors and everything. He would have been forced to apologize to his wife on national television. And you don't think there's an agenda to emasculate us melanated men? You got to be crazy as hell. This is bigger than Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. This is bigger than this man being emotional. Don't you realize that we are at war right now? We are at war with demons and witches. And that there's a spell on the people. Yup, somebody said so many people talk about the Bible, this, the Bible, that, and they practically hate women or spread anti-women propaganda. Everything is always pinned on women as a collective. Ooh, do I got a mad right now? The irony. The irony. When I be holding you brothers accountable, the same way I'm holding Will Smith accountable, the same way I tell you brothers that what's awarded to a wicked man is a wicked woman. I make videos time and time again about how as men we got to stop practicing whoredom, how we got to get disciplined. And not one time do I hear men come up and say, New Breed, you're anti-man. New Breed, you hate brothers. Accountability is like the Black Plague to you women out here. Accountability is like, it is like HIV to y'all. Y'all just don't want to get it, right? It's like cancer to y'all. Y'all just want to avoid it. Avoid accountability at all costs. And you know, a hit dog often hollers. The Bible itself, it's interesting that you say the Bible this, the Bible that, when the Bible itself says that there's no evil in comparison to the wickedness of a woman. I didn't say that. The Bible said that. So how could you say Bible this and Bible that when the Bible constantly talks about wicked women who practice witchcraft and sorcery and magic? How the Bible says a witch is not worthy of life. He says, I suffer not a witch to live. Somebody pull that scripture up for me where it says no evil, but it says evil is little but to the evilness of a woman. Y'all pull that scripture up. Share it to her. Let her see. Also in the scriptures it says that Eve caused us to die. The Bible say that. What Bible are you reading? The Bible don't say that men and women are on the same level. It says Eve is the reason why we fail. Are you serious? Have you read that book? And let's make this clear for the record. I love women. I love righteous women who are chaste and modest. I love righteous women that adhere to the biblical patriarchy. What I don't like is the Jada Pinketts. What I don't like is the Jada Pinketts. Ecclesiastics, see? That's why I rock with y'all the long way. Ecclesiastics 25:19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. What book did we read that from? Where the sister go? Oh, she didn't slid her heels across the floor. She didn't got up out of there. She didn't kick rocks with them open toe sandals on. She didn't say, oh no, I can't say Bible this and Bible that when the Bible just told the truth about most of these women. See, the Bible also tells us to prove all things. The bottom line is there's a spell that's casted on a lot of y'all sisters right now. You know, our people are becoming very violent. There's a huge difference between ninjas and brothers and sisters. You ninjas are out of control. You ninjas are full of hate. You ninjas' hearts are dark and evil. You're evil. 2/3 of our people are downright evil. They're wicked as hell. They're wicked. They love to see another black male attack another black male. It is music to their ear. That slap that went around the world was music to the modern woman's ears. They made so many memes. They made so many hashtags. They came in the defense of Will Smith. They tried to coddle bad behavior. Does anybody wonder why that's happening? They love the savagery. They love the savagery of men killing men. They gain power from it. Yes. Will Smith is to blame and Will Smith alone. Will Smith is to blame and Will Smith alone, but better believe it was the woman who coddled him. It was the woman who had her hands in it. Oh yeah. Oh, the devil is crafty. Somebody said if it don't apply, then let it fly. Exactly. Somebody said the Bible don't lie. Everything in the Bible is happening to this day. That's a fact. And everybody need to dump this video up. We got over 1,800 people in the building. Let's get 1,800 likes. Let's do it. Exodus 22 and 18. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. It said, yeah, exactly. I don't think people understand how dangerous all these damn practices are. Will Smith has become a broken man because of the magic that's been put on him. You got our women playing with tarot cards. You got our women calling psychics. You got our women delving into all kind of ancient mysticism, Buddhism, all kind of just magic. And nobody wants to talk about it because let me tell you the reason why a lot of sisters are going to become anti-Bible. They're going to come straight up and start condemning the Bible. Even women that you thought were Christians, even women that you brothers thought was awakened Israelites, they're going to start coming against the Bible because it's all about control and manipulation for these sisters. The love-hate relationship they have for you brothers is going to come all the way out. They're going to expose themselves in the forefront. The devil is tired of hiding. Somebody said he sold his soul to Hollywood to act goofy in movies and emotional. Fact. There's a documentary I'd like y'all to check out. Damn it. If YouTube ain't scrubbed it. There's a documentary on Will Smith called Soul for Gold. I need y'all to check that out. Shout out to Yash Kara. Shout out to brother Yash Kara. He put a documentary out called Soul for Gold on Will Smith like several years ago. And it shows you the rituals that he had went through. It shows you what this man, how this man sold his soul. Yeah, it's called Soul for Gold. Yep. See if you can find it on YouTube. I'm gonna help them out. Yeah, the devil tired of hiding. The question is, are you going to know it when you see it? You're going to have people around you. Somebody said, you the one to talk. You the one to talk, Baldy. I'm not going to slap people because I decided to shave my head. And I rest my case. You the one to talk, Baldy. That actually proves my point. How idiotic is that? I didn't go shave my head and then get offended and then create bodily harm to somebody for talking about my head. Somebody said, yep, absolutely, New Breed. My sister was a leader of a youth group. Now I'm prostituting on Facebook. Wow. God is not in that. Yeah, a lot of witches hide behind Christianity. A lot of them hide behind it. Yes, indeed. Somebody said, Christ healed Mary Magdalene, cast demons out. All right, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm gonna have to slap dude for saying that. But that's what's up with our people. Like, we resort to violence. Like, that's a demented way of thinking. Somebody gonna really get hurt out here thinking they can go out here and just slap somebody. Somebody's gonna get hurt real soon. There's gonna be a lot of people getting hurt this summer. Mark my words. I said this a couple days ago. I said this last week. This summer is gonna be downright saucy. It's gonna be a lot of people getting hurt because they're gonna be spirit jumping. They're gonna be jumping out of their bodies. They're gonna be triggered. There's gonna be a lot of people getting buried, messing with the wrong people. But anyway, man, I love y'all, man. I'm glad y'all came through and supported the content. Hopefully you gain edification from this. There's more content coming. Look out this week. We got a real surprise for y'all. We're gonna have a special guest on the show. I'll be announcing who it is real soon, and we're gonna be really building. We're gonna be really building, man. And consider supporting this work via Cash App. 10% of all contributions go to the people, and the rest go towards the work. Also, consider following me on Patreon, because y'all know that when you speaking the real on these platforms, some content don't make it on here, and they gotta go on Patreon. So consider follow me on Patreon. Y'all be safe out here. Keep it 100%, keep it real. Do what you do. It is what it is. Shalom and peace.